brain expansion. Was it that one manga? There's like what something expansion? Brain expansion. Okay, how's it? Mom got some mucinex today. So we're alive. Head no longer feels like it wants to implode. Sinuses are still a little scuffy. So but to be able to focus a decent amount. I was debating like rewatching the last lecture because I had some pretty like last lecture was definitely a lot more just theory orientated rather than here's like code how it works. At least I would say theory orientated because it was like I think the only part that's like here's code how it works is like a function calling a function kind of deal. But which I where I thought I had done that on a calculator. I guess no. I really thought I had. Thought I had made a function that called another function. But I just made things call multiple functions, like in their loops. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go on to the next lecture, and then if I ever feel a point where it's like, sure, go back to the like the previous one, or I'll just watch it on like my own time. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna carry forward. What's up, Zach? How's your day going? How's your fight? Oh, actually, since you're here, is there? Is there something in the Eternals event that can just randomly give you a bunch of steps while you're just farming the extremes, or did my mind just like actually zone out and I actually ran an extra 600 steps out of nowhere? Okay, that's what it was then. Because I was like farming up steps while I was eating dinner. And the last time I had looked, it was like 300. And I go back to like watching stream while just mindlessly one turning it. And then I looked back and it was at like 900 steps. And I was like, there's no way I zoned out that hard. But that makes sense. Oh, I was just like, dog, please don't tell me I zoned out so hard I did. I like rippled my number. Because I've done that before, grinding guild wars. I need to make sure that I do all of my nightmares before the event's over. I've kind of just been like brain empty, running like goal markers. To be fair, like I hit the goal, like the lap count that I cared about, which was for the crystals. I kind of wish the nightmares gave you some steps though. I wouldn't even care if it was like 12. It's just I don't know. Part of me feels like I'm wasting time doing the nightmares. At least the 100 one. I haven't done the 150 one yet. Not that I have too many of those built up anyway. I think I've got like three. Oh, okay, it'll still catch it. Just because of the is numeric. Well, I was actually more trying to figure out if it broke that. It causes an error. Numbers not anything, but what they drop going to be. Do as many steps as you can to stock up to. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's yeah definitely the way to play it. Especially because like I don't know how the loot drop is for the 150s, but like the 100s, it's just I mean like I get stuff, but it's not enough to make me be like, man, I'd because it takes me like 5 turns. I just let my Kengo team full auto it, and I don't have any clears on it, so I think usually like 2 to 3 of my front line dies because of the death. But like I'm just like, man, I could have just gotten like probably more than that because I just don't even let the animations play off. So yeah, I kind of feel like they need to tweak that a little bit, but we'll see. How much harder is the 150 fight? Like, do I actually need to build a decent team for it, or look at that draw chance, 100% celestial. For real, for real. And make sure they somehow always make the game know which one you want. That'd be so funny. That'd crack me up. Oh, just realized that while I had this set up to catch if people, did too much or too little, or didn't do numbers, I didn't set anything else up for that here, for the rest of it. Oh, never mind. I did some of it. I did it here. Did I do it on the? I didn't do it here. That could catch that. Oh, that's not gonna catch. I don't understand why this one. Oops. No. I'm pretty sure the try accepting is probably going to be what we need to do. At least like not let it break the code. 50 has 290. What's the fourth HP? 13. Speaking. Probably means I need to put something that clears them. I was like, without the death debuff, like my team just would mulch its way through 100. I think it'd probably like cut 1 or 2 turns off. Because I think usually by turn, because usually it takes like one more turn after the other two die off. Because I have like Phylene and Makula with like Kengo and Vajra. Oh, why did I put an E? Um, List who's up for repair. I don't think you can do both, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess like two. No, something fucked up. Oh. Oh wait, because it's supposed to be pairwise, right? My brain like forgot the pairwise part. Even written. Name of the fun. I remember what I saved. I couldn't remember like how I. Probably the middle. I need to return. I just don't think this is like the cleanest way. Oh, I think I. I always get kind of tripped up. I have to do like the the length, like the when to use like range, length. Like I always end up using either not using enough or using stuff like that. All right, Leviathan. Leviathan's like slowly encroaching into Colossus territory where it hasn't dropped me any weapons. Luckily for it, I think I still need like 5 more Omega Anima to fully transcend this. I don't know that's how that's supposed. I'm assuming it is. Oh right, I forgot about like this. That work with try. Oh god. No, I thought I was so dumb for forgetting about like the range length thing, and then somebody in the class also like forgot. Blessed. Okay, so it's normal. Okay, okay, okay. At least me and that dude share brains in regards to range length shenanigans. Feels good. Well, I have to say this because one guy did like a, the short one where he did the like div list equals l num I divided by l denom I for I in range length. But I'm curious like how that would work with try and accept. A nice message. Are you an idiot sandwich? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, because mine still has the zero division thing pop up, but hers doesn't. Hers just goes straight to here. I our code's basically div list for I in range div list dot append except arrays value error. This I'm assuming maybe it's just because it's pure Python. I don't really quite get why it's like why it's showing both errors, the zero division error and the value error. Which makes me feel like I wrote something. But it's like exactly the same. Like our code is quite literally exactly the same except for like one comment which has nothing to do. There's no bearing on it. And with that, like you could do. Oh, is it because it needs the. Oh, okay, okay. I assumed it was the equal thing because now I do or that's really. Oh, I could use that over here. Just because it's gonna bug me. Run it. We still get the numbers. Rid of list was not. I like how I was like a step ahead. I was like, oh, I was half a step ahead. Because basically, this was the next thing was to add the assertions into the try it. And I got the one for the list length, but I forgot about the non-empty list. I need to remember that it's like oh, that's like one of the things that throws me off, right? When you're comparing two things together, right? It has to be equal equal because it's a boolean because you're flagging it as true or false. But then when you need it to be equal to like a number, it's like a single equal. It just throws me off a little. Yeah, I fumble. I forget that with the and, it doesn't work the way my brain thinks it. Oh, actually, no, yeah, it works fine. That's because like the example given was or like the like didn't really. It's like the only thing I don't like about the exception exertions, at least for this, is I don't want it to like kill the program and force the person to completely start from scratch. And it seems like when you do the exceptions and the assertions, it just like breaks. Also, man, the Leviathan like grades are really slowing down. I'm glad that I have like a team that can solo it without having Magna 3, but kind of interesting to see how hard it fell off after that first like couple weeks. I wonder. I'm assuming it'll probably pick up like when we get closer to Guild Wars, like it tends to. So maybe accept. No, because it's. I don't think I can get it to loop. No, because I don't want it to loop in the calculator until they like put the right answer in. Open some damage. God. Okay, that was pretty interesting. The assertion thing, I don't know how I would use it in the calculator. I don't think I can because I would don't want it to just cut the program except for the only place that it could I could run it would be on the grid count, right? Like have it assert up here. Just assert that grid count doesn't equal 0, and then make it. I could get rid of this, right? And then I wouldn't have to worry about the sys exit. So I just did like do this, right? Then we just go up here before it hits the while loop and go assert grid doesn't equal 0. Brad, so you can find. Wait, no, why is it going past the assert? Let's do it. Oh, because I put it in the wrong spot. Oh wait, no, it's yeah, it's here. Why is it going past the assert? Word count? Bro. That should very least like terminate that. No, it's just skipping right over it. Why? It's literally just ignoring the assert. Then why does it not ignore it here? I'm so confused. Oh, because it's a string here. Ah, I keep forgetting that. I don't know if I like better than just having that. Just having it do this. I feel like this way is the sys exit. I mean, I could always just cast. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'd still be trying to cast this as a float down here. The only issue is I still can't figure out why I won't catch. I think it's just because it's like many numbers. Okay, before I get wrapped up in this, I need to I need to at least do the little exercise for the lesson. Bruh, that's why I try to avoid that calculator tab. As soon as I turn around and start looking into it, it's like, bro, it's like when you stare into the void stares back kind of deal. Calculator just stares back into my soul, and then we just enter a staring contest, and I forget about the rest of the world. I do kind of have like the next like probably lengthy project that that I'll work on after this. Because we still have to I still need to finish refining the code for what I want it to do, and then I need to we're gonna learn how to by we I mean but we're gonna look into getting the code to write the data to initially a text file and then read from that and like make sure that, that works totally fine, and then go up in steps for that into some other things that also are read write but are slightly different. Well, not slightly, very different. Then after that, I'm gonna learn to package it, right? So that way, you know, if I go to someone and they're just like, man, I really wish I didn't have to like calculate the numbers for Omega Anima for Magna 3, oddly specific, but I'd be like, here you go, buddy. And they don't need to have Python installed to run it. So once we get all that done, I need to make the code that, once I learn all that, I'm just going to turn around and it shouldn't be like too hard. It'll just be making a code that my mom can use to save whatever dishes she cooks. So that way she can just look it up on the computer upstairs. 5 books says she'll probably use it for like about a week and then forget about it. But you know what? It's practice, so it's good enough. But after that, I was talking with Brooke, and he was thinking about using some API stuff for Guild Wars, and I went, "Oh, that's a great idea." Because learning how to use APIs would be a great another learning direction. Because if I'm like realistic with it, if I had to figure like an end game or something for coding, it would probably be to like some like being able to do something gaming related would be kind of neat. I don't know if I want to be like a full on like game coder. Because honestly, the pay in that's kind of scuffed. Trying to get paid in because a lot of times like that pay is due. It's like at least from what I've heard, it's pretty similar to like commission pay in some degrees. Where like you obviously get paid an amount, but then you get paid more depending on how the game does. I don't know. There's the place I went for the technical school I went for my associate's degree. Uh, had a guy from Blizzard actually come over and do a talk for about like gaming related stuff across multiple different avenues, but it was predominantly focused on like coding stuff, and it was pretty interesting. He had some pretty interesting takes on it. That's kind of one of the really nice things. Well, to be fair, that technical school I went to was really good. A lot of good instructors. But something that was really interesting is that like companies would actually come and do presentations to students taking the courses to be like, hey, yeah, when you're done, we want to see them applications if you guys are looking. It's kind of neat. Really leads to the credibility of a place like that. That companies are doing that. But like, I don't know, like money's not exactly I figure out the word. I guess consistent in a way. I mean, I guess if you go on, you get on a game that's like stable, like a live service game that's stable, pay is probably more stable, but which is probably what I would get into if I did coding on a gaming level, would be uh probably a live service game that's been running. Actually, but I'd probably be like it'd be kind of cool to mess around with. I don't know, maybe at one point just be like, all right, hop on a game, and be like, let's see what this is like, and then if we dig it, we dig it. If we don't dig it, then we go work in the regular stuff. I don't know. I was looking up a little bit of like the different directions for specifically coding stuff. And I think I'd probably try to angle more towards like a software engineering kind of angle, because at least like from what it sounded like, it was more kind of like what I was interested in. But I don't know. I'll still kind of keep my. Basically, at this point, it's whatever you know gets me a yub. what does it say? L is a string, is a non-empty list. That's my brain. I wrote the word list twice for no. L is a non-empty list containing string elements or a non-empty sublist of string elements. Returns the sum of the length of all strings in L and the lengths of the strings in the sublist of L. If L contains an element that is not a string, or a list of L's sublist containing an element that is not a string, raise a value error. I don't know, it's taking a bit to try to wrap my head around this. Like, I accept, but like my brain just wants to default to an if else statement. Because the problem is it needs to check. Oh man, it needs to check like inside of the list or inside of the sub list also. It's so weird because this is supposed to be 7. It's like 1 off. I write it wrong. It's supposed to be 7. Why is it 6? Huh? But I detest when it doesn't randomly line up the tabs. Okay, it did 0, it did 1, and it did 6. But for some reason, why is... Oh, because he's into... Yeah, I now I get what's going on. It's counting this correctly because it's a length of 4. But in here, it's saying, well, the length of this list is 2 because there's only 2 items in it. When it's not, when I need it to go into the list and check how many characters. Oh, it's just... Oh, man. Okay. I was trying to figure out how to do it with like try except, but it's the answer is literally just if else statements. Man, I should have just gone with my gut. The hell with it. SMH, bro. At least I know my brain's kind of thinking in the... See, like this is where I don't understand why... Like this is where my brain kind of gets a little confused. Like for instance, here we're not supposed to use the length here. Well, I guess it's because we have to check it before doing it. Makes sense. Feel a little dumb because oh, okay, that's how you do it. You then tell it to check the list and then do another like. Okay, yeah, this I wouldn't have, or at least I wouldn't have figured it out. I tried to Google it a little bit, but that's like the the questions being asked are much higher than what I needed it for. I mean, there's probably a like smoother way to figure this out. Oh wait, why am I? Yeah, this is the one that I really needed to understand. Was checking inside of the sublist. I now understand. So basically, it's like I'm just telling the system that if it's a list, then go in through that list again. But the big part is it's because like what is it in this one, right? Oh, I guess it's because in this one we had to like match it up, right? And the only way to do that is by taking the range. So it could be like 0 to 0, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, because they have to like divide against each other. So that's why you do range length. But in the other one, it's literally just looking at a list, so it doesn't really need the range of it because it's just gonna run from beginning to end and then stop. Because like if you wanted it to stop at like a certain range in the list, then you would just go for I in range length of list. You know, it goes under if I is equals, you know, is less than or greater to 6, I guess you could say. You know, for I in whatever, you can then tell it to do whatever you want it to do. Something like that would probably be how you do that. There's probably needs it's probably a better, more shit. That's how the way my brain would think about it. Okay, my brain kind of understands why. Not too much, but it's kind of piecing it together a little bit on how to do that. I definitely need to save this one. I still think it's pretty cool how like MIT just tosses these courses out. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have thought of this. I'm trying to think of maybe got like we kind of like visited before because it's not the first time we talked about sublists. But I think I might not have like registered on an earlier lecture about like how to check into a sublist. Yeah, I don't think we like really cover how to tell the Python to loop into a sublist. I was trying to find it like on Google real quick before trying to go look at what the answer was. And it might have to do with like probably one of the like coding project things. I haven't really been keeping up with those. Mostly because I feel like just using this, which I at least have some understanding of one side of it, like with the Grand Blue, like it's been a bit more helpful. Like to be honest, because I remember the what do we call it, like the interest rate one, and to be honest, I think like the time I spent on better spent on the calculator, and the calculator would have probably made me understand. At least for like stuff that's not the bisection search. I don't know when I'd ever use a bisection search in like any of the projects I'm thinking of doing. I'm just going through some of the older slides to see if there's anything talking about like how we check a sublist. But I don't think there's. At least I do not recall that being covered, which is edge. Yeah, you just reducing how many lines. To be fair, there was a guy who did list comprehension for the this or his thing of this, but she never talked about how it would work with the try and accept. At least I don't remember her mentioning if it actually works with the try and accept. She might have, and I just might not have heard it. I wonder if you can just put the try underneath that. Oh, we're just gonna run this. Oh, it's tough. Yeah, no, I don't think he'd be able to do it with this. Which probably explains why he just goes on to use the loop example. Yeah, no, she never goes back to that because I don't think you can use it in the comprehension. I think the comprehension is mostly if it's just like a pretty simple loop. Um, well, actually, it probably works with the assertions, right? So, like, you have the assertions in place. You can then underneath it do the list comprehension, and then it'll run because this will catch the zeros. This will catch the actually, would it? Hmm. Actually, it still might not catch it because it still has to catch that there's a zero in the list. I don't think this would catch it. The assertions. You'd still have to make it like loop through. But no, I honestly don't think you can use the list comprehension for this. Interesting. Interesting. Also, my days are so much more peaceful since I stopped doing Colossus. I don't know why. I guess it's just because knowing my team can't like solo Colossus yet makes me be like, I still need three more. No, more than that. I need seven more Omega Anima. I can finally fully transcend Leviathan. And then I need four more Tiamat Omega. And then I can uncap the dagger and the gun. I almost have enough Colossus Omega Anima to uncap something if I had something ready for uncapping. Yeah, I literally have nothing ready for uncapping. I think my axe is at 2. Yeah, I need one more axe. I've only ever gotten one staff. And I've gotten 2 swords. Anyway, ads are starting soon. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Come back. I'll probably tackle some more coding stuff. Yeah, I don't think it really covered how to like check a sub list. I would have had to check the answer for that. Let's see. Diaspora did give me a katana. Two more so I can get my last. And then after that, it's probably still. Well, after that, it's probably go into raging at Sietes fight. I'm not gonna lie, I hate the Revan fights. I'm so tired of Diaspora wanting the 37 hits every single time. Like, shit pisses me off. And they're on an Ogi team, and it's like 37 hits, 37 hits, 37 hits. Oh, and then he's like, oh, you didn't 37 hit? Petrify, petrify, petrify. I'm like, but yeah. I guess you could. I do know. When I was looking on Sunday for ways to like just just extra things to do. I think it was Cody Dojo. No, that's something else. No. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Oh, Code Wars. I just remember that it had like Dojo, Kata Library, stuff like that. Yeah, Code Wars like caught my attention. Because it seemed to have like I don't know if it has like curated stuff, but something to give me problems to kind of like think through. Because there's a couple other like learning things I picked up. Like because like I was thinking of like I'd mentioned before, right? Like Atelier Ryza, we're probably gonna finish that game. I can't imagine we'll go past Thursday. Honestly, I feel like the only way we go past Thursday is if I feel like trying to craft. I don't honestly think I'll need. I think we're pretty set. Um, but what I'm probably gonna do is at least for the rest of December, I might not replace Ryza with another game. Because originally I was thinking like Supervive TFT, especially because there's a TFT patch tomorrow. Um, and I think Supervive is getting a patch tomorrow. They had a hot fix on Monday. Uh, and I really want to play more Supervive specifically, but then on Sunday, right when my head wanted to implode, so all I did was just look things up and mindlessly farm the Eternals event. I kind of just went, why don't I just do more coding during the day, at least for like the month of December, right? Like I probably wouldn't do any studying on Christmas, but I feel like I should just do that. And then if anything, I might just turn the schedule right into like maybe coding studying during the day and then doing game stuff at night. I don't know, I'm trying to be more effective. This bear's old. This bear's old, man. I gotta get some stuff put together. Gotta get some. Stop being a bum. But yeah, I think at least for December, it'll probably just be, for the most part, coding throughout. I'll probably still give myself a break because breaks are good. It's just that I don't know if like the breaks on the weekends will be good enough. As like while I do enjoy like just chit chatting while studying coding, I feel like it's also perfectly enjoyable to uh what you call it, just be able to find a game, turn my brain off, stuff like that. Just have some funny moments. So I might try to do like a schedule, kind of like what I do for workouts, where well, for streaming it'd be a bit more static. Where, because like for instance, my workout schedule is I work out for 2 days and then I take a break day. Is my workout like routine uh debilitating enough that it requires that break day? No, but I have done like a routine that's actually even lighter than the one I do now, and I've done it Sunday through Saturday. And I think it was like a month, and my joints were like in pain because your body just needs rest. So what I do is I do 2 days of working out, and then one day of not working out. 2 days working out, one day not working out, etc. etc. Now, the issue with that is that it shifts. What days I do what, right? Like sometimes I work on a Saturday, sometimes I don't work on a Saturday, sometimes I work on a Wednesday, sometimes I don't work on a Wednesday because the way the week's broken up. For streaming, what I might do after December is I might just do Monday, Wednesday, Friday is like studying, and then like Tuesday, Thursday, or I might do like Monday, Friday is game days, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which are days I tend to like focus in a lot better. Probably do more studying. Like I don't know, I'll figure it out. More Python, Veros, welcome in. Yeah, I was. This was the what you call it, the 13th lecture. We're at the halfway point finally for the MIT lectures. Yeah, it's pretty good. This one was actually kind of interesting. We learned about like the try accept assertion things. I still don't quite have a handle on like try and accept, but the assertions seemed really. And I was thinking of how to like. I was thinking of probably just incorporating the assertions into this, like kind of like these kinds of things, where I was like catching it for 0 here, and then importing, do the sys exit. But I don't know. I was doing some googling, and apparently there's people. I mean, I saw a decent amount of people talking about how like if you can do an assertion exception or an exception in general, it's better to do that than sys exit. But I do know that it's like way less line of code. Right, because I'm trading like what 4 lines for one. It's just that I guess like part of the thing that kind of keeps me like kind of is like I don't know how this looks on the user side when packaged, right? Because like using the sys exit makes the exit seem pretty clean. Like I like, right? Because it just goes, all right, you're done, right? And it doesn't have like any extra messages. But then this one says is a assertion error raise. But I'm assuming that on an actual like program package, like all they would see is just the message, and then this would just be on the coding side of things, like the assertion quote unquote error. Because if that's the case, then that's fine, and that's definitely better than. Into some high level stuff. Is it? I was just like it's been a mix of like the sys one was just that's a mix of like just googling stuff, and then the assertion one is just from the lecture course. Like honestly, to me, all this just I still feel like I'm just caveman putting 2 sticks together, make fire. Still haven't made fire yet, but we're working on it. Yeah, it's just kind of like I don't know. It's really fun. I don't know. I've really been enjoying the learning process. It takes it takes my neurons. terms of official learning Python. Ah, yeah, it's hard to gauge. I guess like how far I'm like I know I'm like way farther than I started like earlier in the month, right? But I started this. I can tell exactly because I saved my VOD. Where are they? When did we start this? Well, not exactly. I can tell roughly when because November. How early in November was it? Sorry. So I saved the VOD on November 16th, which means I probably did it either on the 14th or the 13th because I put it on feeling kind of weird. No, if I no on the 16th, then I definitely did it on like oh no, yeah, this would make it like almost close to a month since I started getting into it. But like I definitely know I'm like further ahead from where I started, but it's hard to grasp like I'm standing because I don't really have a well, the only other goalpost I have is someone who's like well, the only other two goalposts I have because I know I have a friend of mine who he's been doing coding for a long time. Uh are like so far ahead that I'm just like I'm back here on my little like plank rowboat I duct taped together. I'm gonna look up that. See if I can find any other debates on it. Because I don't want to like develop bad habits. That's kind of like the big thing. That's one thing I really learned when I was doing like my associate's degree for computer maintenance with command line. It was trying to like try not to develop like bad habits. Like that, and you get some sleep. Your brain is fried. All good. Thanks for stopping by. I was appreciate it. Hope you get some good rest. I feel you on the brain fried though. My sinus. Well, yeah, no, my brain's been pretty fried. It was my sinuses were acting up recently, making my head want to implode, so my brain just couldn't think. But appreciate you stopping by. Ah, hmm. Right now, I'm reading that you just shouldn't use asserts outside of testing. It have to be in a try. I use it. Okay, it has to be in a try. Hmm. All right, so asserts are not the way to go. All right, so it seems it should just be an if with a raise. Look at that. Probably don't need this then, right? No. Hmm. Oh, I guess it's gonna give it like a value error, right? No? Oh. Hmm. So at least what I can tell for sure is asserts is not something I should get used to using outside of like just testing stuff because there's ways to turn it off and it'll break your code. Open files, read lines, close it. File doesn't exist. Exception gets thrown at runtime. Hmm. It seems like they're pretty divided on whether to use this exit or just raise an exception. Like it doesn't seem there's a clear cut answer. It also had like an exit thing if they want to like stop doing. Yeah, I feel like some sort of thing where it'll like exit. Like if the oh wait, can this work? Just it does. Nice. Okay, I was wondering if I had to like force it to do value. Because I think like if I just put in exit, I'd have to put it in every single function. So I guess I could do like a exit function and then just have it called in all of the things to check. Right, so just go like up here and be like the I guess we'll say like data. And it's like if well it would be like third oh, is it because it's Boolean. It could be true or false. Something like that. And then probably just write exit tool. Like exit tool. I don't know. Exit tool. The problem though, I'd have to put it in so many different spots, I feel. But I think if I put it outside of the while loop, test it here. So I type exit. Oh, no attribute. Am I tripping? Oh, not lower. My bad, G. Okay. So then the real question is if I do this, and then say I put in like weird number, then I go exit. Yeah, it couldn't convert it to a float, which means I'd have to put it inside of loops. Like I'd have to put it like in here, here, here. Well, probably not in here. Fuck. Uh, oh no, I'd have to put it in here because it wouldn't. Because like if it gets stuck in this while loop, you wouldn't be able to get out. Oh, actually, with this, I wouldn't even have to put it like in the if loop. I would just have to put it down here in the while loop because it wouldn't be part of this list. Also means I can change this into a list instead of having it be one long string. Question is that more efficient? Not really. I'm actually kind of curious. What happens if I go? Okay, it catches it. I didn't know if maybe that didn't catch that. If you just took letters from different words. All right, but it catches the whole word. No. So yeah, I think we can just put like the exit in here, right? So like exit pool good element, right? And then if we ran it, then we go one, then we go oopsies. We had exit. We've exited the calculator. But then that'd be for exiting for forcing them to like. Ooh, is there? There should be a way to be able to like restart. I'm trying to think of stuff that like if I used it, I would want like as a feature, right? So like if I'm using a calculator and I made a mistake, that's not caught as an exception, right? So like say I accidentally hit 2 enter when I meant to do 3 enter for the grid count, right? Well, the grid count code block isn't going to catch that 2 is the wrong answer because 2 is an accepted value. Because as long as the number is greater than 0 and less than 7, it will catch the value, right? Like it's an accepted value for then to repeat the cycle. So then if you realize that and you go, man, I need to exit. It's not too big of a deal for that one. Like that was kind of like a bad example, right? Because it's like that was like it's at the very beginning, right? So there's like 2, it's like 3, shit, exit. You know, exits the calculator. And you start it again. But like say you've gotten past it. To be fair, the calculator's not like, but they've gotten past it, and then you're getting to like the anima, and you realize you input like the wrong amount of anima or something, and then you're like, oh snap, I need to restart. well, I guess it really wouldn't. Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't want to have to manually run it. Like, it would still like restart it to the top of the calculator, and you'd still have to like input all the other data. But I think having an exit is still good. Just having a restart would be nice. Hmm. So far, what I'm seeing, I don't think I can do what I like. Brain is. Very fun. Oh, I guess I could make it just call itself again. No, I think it's better from 2 to 4 with. I'm trying to make sure the questions are like clear so that like it doesn't confuse people. Make sure it works. I probably should have done that before I saved it, but could also put for your. Fuck is this block of code? If lowercase transcend does not equal yes, lowercase transcend does not equal no. While lowercase transcend does not equal yes and lowercase transcend does not equal no, some why did I why didn't I just make the while loop up here? Huh? I'm confused. Am I just dumb? Why did I do that? Also, this should be an or. Yeah, like why did I what was I thinking here? Why did I make an if while loop when it's the same exact parameters? Like I might as well just done the while loop. Like what? I wonder if that's what Rook was talking once. He thought like there was an if while loop in my like code that just didn't make any sense to him. I think that might have been the one. Oh wait, no, that was a different one. But it's I think it's still in the same like stratosphere. Like what was going on with my brain there? Well, my brain must have been like half asleep when I wrote that one. Like there's no point for this to be here. The if loop. Because it doesn't do anything. Oops. Like it just doesn't do anything. So what is this? I should be doing the calculation somewhere else. Okay. Print element grid. Grid element. I need to clean this up. Just looking at it is annoying me. Just looking at it is making me angry. Okay, so element grid farm. Where does that start? Element grid farm is here. But it takes the grid element. Okay, so we start here. Grid count equals input. How many elements you want to calculate for? This doesn't need to be here. It needs to be here. Oh, I guess, well, I guess it could be in both. Grid count equals digit. It moves down to the element. Should turn this into a function. Just, I don't know if it's cleaner to not turn it into a function. Because you don't really, like, I mean, it repeats itself just fine. Because it calls in the other functions. So for range of absolute value of grid plus 1, if I is greater than or equal to 1, grid element, what elements for the grid for? It double checks. While not, it'll just keep asking you to please input a valid element. Grid in element break. It goes here to summon transcend. Are you transcending? Yes or no? All lowercase does not equal yes and does not equal no. It just keeps asking you the question. Base trend. Break. And with anima, it asks you how anima wants. And anima goes into number check. Is and number check is up here. Anima checks if it's numeric. If it's false, it just says please input a positive number. Check again, and then if it's true, it returns that integer. Return the anima normally. How many omega do you want? This calls a number check again. That's fine. I still don't quite know what these two do. They're just there. I think they're just left over from the when I first put the code together. It's a very bare bones thing. So then we get down here to this is the part that I'm like I don't like because I think I'm making it go to the global scope. So it saves this here, right? So we have the anima, the omega anima, and then element grid farm is the grid element. Because this is where we want it to print how much you need and to do it per element. Oh wait, that's why that was okay. I now understand. That's why it has to be in the loop. So an element grid farm goes all the way to here. How the fuck did I write this and why is it working? I'm not gonna lie, I'm reading my own code and I don't even know how the fuck I got it to work. Uh, okay, where's Omega Can animation? Where is this getting called? Okay, it's getting called here. Omega Anima needed. Then Omega Anima. But where's it getting Omega Anima from? Calculates it. But it, yeah, so it has to go to the global scale. I don't want it to do that. So I need to change this to have Omega Anima. Then we need to go to the function. Omega Anima. Yeah, because I'm making it go to the global scope and I do not want that. Okay. I think I might have accidentally taken that out. I didn't need to. Okay, calculate weapon anima is here. I probably should have done these in alphabetical order. My brain hates myself now. Oh, okay, so this is where he gets called in. All right, so we, well, do we? Mega anima. Yeah, no, because it's still going to the global scale when it's looking for these. Omega anima, anima, omega anima, anima. Let's transcend summon anima. Is lowercase transcend. And so then the transcend summon anima goes here, where if equals yes, it'll ask you what you want, like what stage you're transcending from. And then calculate this. We'll just pull the omega anima and the anima, which is the order that these are in, down here. Okay, that's looking a lot better. So this has the grid element, the omega anima, the anima, puts it, pulls what it needs, and then it goes omega anima needed, which is here, omega anima, which is from here. That might be a problem though. Hmm. Because it's not converting the anima I have into omega anima. Or is it? I think I need to put it here that omega anima plus equal anima divided by 10. Integer of anima divided by 10. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to give me the wrong number now. I was going to say if it doesn't fall apart. So why are you... Wait, why are you already going down to the print? Oh, I guess I should have had that. I should have left that over there. It was working fine over there. Wind. Oh, actually, no. Let's test it for more than one, because I think with more than one is when it's not going to work if I have print all the way out there. Oh, bro. Element. Yeah, and then it just instantly loops back in there. Yeah, okay, that's... This has to be inside of the if loop. I was right. I was trying to figure out why this was like here, and now I understand. Okay, that should work now. Let me see if I broke anything else. I think I broke the omega anima part. Yeah, okay, so like the omega anima part is broken. Because it's not actually calculating. Which means in the function, where I have it calculate weapon anima, is more than likely where I need to have it add it together. This is probably where I need it to be. In here. Just trying to see. No, it's still... Okay, so why is it... Hmm. Okay, so this correctly increases it to 6. But this is incorrectly still saying that we need 4. Oh, because it's probably returning to something that I'm not expecting it to. Because it's not... Okay, I understand that. It's not returning... Well, no, it should still work in here, right? Uh... Wait, why are we calling for a? I'm actually confused. What the fuck is this block? I'm gonna save this as like 2.0 and we'll leave it there. Note. Yeah, and then that's where I will wrap it up for stream. I don't want to like completely dish level the other one because I'm not gonna remember how it was before. But yeah, that's going to be it for stream there. Thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. If it is early in the day for you, I hope you have a good day. If it is late in the day for you, I hope you're as well. Stay safe. Glad you. Keep seeing you again in the next one. Bye bye.